special day and night. Colors explode with each new design. In Drivel Draw, it's always fine. Drivel Draw, let your imagination soar. Drivel Draw, bring art to every door. No need to be perfect, just have some fun. Drivel Draw for everyone. So grab a brush or a pen or a crayon. Make a mark any way you can. In this world of shapes and lines, we'll see creativity shine. Drivel Draw, let your imagination soar. Drivel Draw, bring art to every door. No need to be perfect, just have some fun. Drivel Draw for everyone. Looking in the mirror, see a stranger there. All my dreams are whispers floating in the air. Took my heart, took my soul, left me feeling cold. A piece of me is missing, story left untold. Once I had it all, now there's nothing left. Faces in the shadows, stealing every breath. What I used to know crumbles into dust. Trusting in a ghost that I can never trust. Strangers, reflections, staring back at me. Who am I supposed to be? Lost in the shadows of what once was real. Searching for the light to heal. Echoes of the past screaming in my mind. Guess we were all chasing something undefined. I try to hold on to fragments of the truth, but they slip away like my wasted youth. Strangers, reflections, staring back at me. Who am I supposed to be? Lost in the shadows of what once was real. Searching for the light to heal. Searching for the light to heal. Pieces falling down like a broken glass. Hopes and dreams scattered on the grass. What used to shimmer is now full of cracks, but I gotta find my way back. Happily ever after. It ain't never worked out for me. Some days I feel like I'm the last girl who deserves a happy ending. I see you waiting at the altar, like you waited.
There we go. There we go. Now you guys can hear me. So yeah, if it's been a bit of a mess, we're trying to rebuild with a whole new OBS, everything to get it up and running. We put it all in one setup and trying to coordinate everything from the multi-stream, which right now says we're on Kick in YouTube. But if I refresh my YouTube page, yeah, I'm not seeing it. So I don't understand why it doesn't work on days. But it's being recorded, so you guys can hear this. We're going to talk about some certain things, but we're also going to be drawing, and the focus is drawing here. Some weeks in the future, I will be doing some tips and advice for drawing. This week, I'll touch a little bit on how you draw dynamically, and I really want to go deeper into it, as well as foreshortening, because those are two things that are hard and not too many people teach. So we'll go into that, but we'll go into also, basic art for people as well. But yeah, and we're going to talk about heated problems, mainly from the attempted assassination last weekend. Because it's all about hate, and that is the subject of the night. If you don't know, we kind of do these with Drivel Draw. We kind of do topical streams, and that's what this subject tonight is. It's a topical stream. So we're going to talk about the hate that's within lives, within communities, within, I'm not going to go by party and call every party out here. But we have to point out a lot of these attacks as of late have a common denominator. And it's a lot of built up hatred. And it gets in your head. And that's part of the main thing I wanted to focus on. Is I know a lot of people who live off of this stuff and make it everything they talk about. And it's that reason you kind of basically, it's the old saying, you're inviting it in. And it basically means you're allowing that toxicity in your mind, in your life. And you're just living off of it. And best way I can describe it is I've seen this in some people, and I'm sure I had it myself at times. When you get angry, you get, really angry. Your eyes go from this to this. And the rage just dilates your pupil so much, and it's just you end up getting that gruntle and be like, oh, great. I'm just completely going into animal instincts at this point, and it can hit. It doesn't have to be political. It can be any kind of situation. But when you're dealing with an issue that is in your head, but may not actually exist, and people are trying to tell you may not exist. I don't know why I went all the way there. It really feeds into your mind that they're wrong, you're right. And the endorphins hit you and just process and build up until you get to a very sort of enraged sense. And unfortunately, that's what is happening these days. Is we have a large population of people that are absorbing that hate in their mind, and they're letting it dissolve them into just animalistic savagery. And it shouldn't be allowed. It should not be allowed. But we allow it. And that's part of our problem. Is we allow this vitriol, this hate, to overtake us. Just trying to straddle the computer. I know it sounds weird. I got a giant computer. Alright, it's almost 3 feet tall. And it sits under my desk because it's the only place it'll go. And it's so awkward. It's 75 pounds of weight. And I can't really move it. So I have to, like, when I get up close to my art tablet, it's really hard to not straddle it. You know, spread my legs out and get the corner towards my crotch. It's embarrassing but stupid. And I set this up. I really need to change the setup, but it works. But when we're talking about the anger, the animalistic fury that's kind of overtaking people, and I did not do that eyebrow properly. It's too fat. I mean, I say that we're doing an image with a character who's supposed to be raging with sin. I know I pulled. Oh no, wait, no, I hadn't dropped. I don't want to drop it that way. So we'll do the page that he's on from last scene. So you're seeing these stupid joke glasses on him, and it's Armand is the character in which he's the guardian of the main character for the Wansdale. So he's in charge for her security. And this is a moment where he wants to build up the security, and Ida, the main character, is like, no, this is my friend. I know what he's doing. I can handle it. I don't need security. And he's perturbed. Because he's to protect her, and she's refusing the protection. And I just changed my color set. There we go. So, you have that in the situation in the comic. So, we have easily a moment to talk about towards letting the animalistic rage into you. Now, in the case of Armand here, he is a dark elf, but also a Wansdale, but is looked on as a lesser by a lot of people, so he is not treated as well. And with that concept, he's basically, it's like, oh, I'm gonna rage out a little bit. Because he's been disrespected for years. And I need to do that here a bit better, because he's got long ears. But in his case, he's lived with this situation, so he knows about that. And all of a sudden, he's dealing with this new member of the family, that is Ida. And she's not following the family's ways. And so now he's having to deal with not only training her a bit, guarding her, but also, watching over as a student and a teacher. And that's what he's doing here. He's trying to do his job. And Ida's like, no, you're not going to do that. But it gives a great moment of Armand's character in this chapter. Even though this is not a focused chapter on him. It's just a moment of giving him some emotional rage, as a sense, into this story arc. Don't know why I couldn't say that. So we're doing a little bit of this scene having the two characters. Well, it's actually 5 characters in this scene. But it's a lot of Ida dealing with her friends and dealing with her protector to not attack the person they know who's challenged her to a mage's duel. So, because it's her childhood friend. And it's all due to misunderstanding that they're getting into this situation. And so I did this dramatic appearance of Armand. I don't like how the leg went there. Of an overview shot. You kind of just see his rage build up in this moment as the rest of the students and his friends deal with the fallout. That they're like, oh, well, you now know who's attacking you. And she's like, no, I think they're unrelated. Because at the beginning of this story, she gets a threat put towards her way, and then all of a sudden comes this mage duel that is caused by her childhood friend, who's looking for Ida as she was, well, technically Theodore, who is what Ida's used to be called, before they used the spell on themselves to hide away. And so now, in trying to keep secrets, Ida's dealing with a situation they weren't planning for. And it's an issue that's going to cause problems with the Wansdales. And it's an issue that's going to cause problems with her regular life, her natural parents, and her best friend. I think we'll give him a cell phone here. Because Armand in this scene is literally like, oh, I can have guards here like that. Just instantly here. And they will watch over you and protect you while all this is going down. And it's like, she's like, no, I don't. Because Ida's original plan was to show up, do this, not even be in the girls' dorm, and hide away, and they would deal with stuff as it came to them. But she didn't expect the fandom. She didn't expect the individual people coming. She didn't expect the Wansdales to even know or care. But in this chapter, they do. So the situation with Armand is just like, this is my duty. I've got to do this. Don't freaking stop. And just the frustration in it all, which will cause problems. But Armand, I'm working on Armand's story with. I kind of don't like the hair. No, I really don't. I'm working on his story because when I introduced him in chapter 6, I did not intend much for him. I intended him to be a servant of the Wansdale family that was a unwanted child of the Wansdales. And I was like, well, I kind of need to show Wansdale members that aren't all evil. I mean, there's some morally gray ones, but I mean, it's gonna be like, these characters are evil. So, and I kind of want to display a little bit of variety in the family. Because the concept was the family is sort of a spoiled rich mage family that made their wealth off of convenience for people that didn't have magic, or people who didn't want to, mages that didn't want to do much with their magic, or couldn't do with, spells with their magic. And so they profited off of that several hundred years, and the family slowly become more and more sinister. So, little elements like that, it's just stuff to deal with in the story. And it's always weird. The comedic joke here is he's constantly wearing these stupid mustache glasses, because it's a magical item that hides his identity as a dark elf to the public. So he wears these glasses to teach it at the school. And to have this serious moment with the guy still wearing these stupid glasses helps bring out the comedy a bit. So, especially when you're having a very serious toned moment. I mean, Witchin' being a comedy series is the point. I mean, to do something to make you laugh and be like, hey, this is not something you would normally see. And so... And technically, it's only Ida, and it's later going to be only Ryland and Ida. Any other mage that's aware of it, I mean, Esme in the series also knows. So she'd be aware of it, and know that this is a dark elf, not a human being. Whereas everybody else, who, even though they're aware of it, they don't have the magical ability to see through it. So they see them as different characters, and each one describes a different look for him, and it's meant to just confuse the viewer, is what the glasses are meant to do. So. And you can tell there's a big upgrade in the art here from one chapter. And it's simply because we're spending more time, more focus on the story and the art. Normally, in the past, I was like doing maybe, I'd hate to say, probably an hour per page or 2 hours per page. For Witchin. That's not the right color for the shirt. And that's mainly because I wouldn't have the time for it. I would be focusing on something else and have to move on. And these days, I have weeks like this week where I can't do any work because of health reasons. I'm limited to what I can work. And so I can do artwork because it's not bringing in profit. It's I can do streams because we're not bringing in profit. But there's still stuff to do. And so I could spend time doing artwork for the series. I'm gonna kinda do this. Because Armand's a very serious character, even though he does really silly, stupid things. He's very serious. So to have him do stuff like this is amusing. I think his shirt's this way. I'm not gonna open the page that I have of him because that we worked a little bit on him last week. But that's mainly because I don't want to spoil. So it's like, oh, spoilers on that page. I'm not going to open it. I don't have a plan for him in the musical soundtrack, which is what you're hearing here. This is literally the Dean and Ida singing. Because Armand, I feel, would be that joke character where it's like, I don't sing. I don't sing. It's just like, yeah, he'd be so wooden. He's like, I don't sing. All right. Let's deal with the grass a bit later. Because canonically, it is fall in the story. About early October. But we're talking Ohio early October. Ohio, Indianapolis. Actually, it's Indianapolis. Well, not Indianapolis. Illinois. Excuse me. Illinois. Southern Illinois, but I mean, it's still the leaves are already turning at that point, and so you're gonna see when you see this chapter, there'll be trees with oranges and red leaves, because it's the timeline. We're about to get to the equinox story arc, or the fall equinox story, in the comic. So, in which Ida has to deal with the first dates with her forcefully engagement to the actor egotist Val Lonsdale. So, which I believe, if the song approaches things the way it did earlier, will be the next song. Will be a Val Lonsdale song. Technically, it's a Val and Garland song, and Garland is evil in the story arc. Val's a little bit more gray. He's evil, but he's redeemable evil. Draw Ida right now. So I'm naming the arcs after the phases of the moon, essentially, for the first and second year, and then the third year and fourth year, because it is 4 years in the story. I don't know what I'm gonna name the arcs yet, but they'll be named somewhat similar. So, first year, it's solstice, equinox, solstice. Based off of, which solstice. And which equinox. So we're going into fall equinox, and then we'll have the winter solstice, then spring equinox, and then fall. Or, summer solstice, so.
Mirror, mirror, cast in chrome, who's the face that owns the room?
Speaking of Val.
Mine, of course, but next in line is the witch I plan to groom. Plan to groom or plan to build, let's discuss the finer print. Heartstrings, handbags, streaming rights, all I see are dollar flints. Ka-ching! She'll swoon at the smolder, she'll sue when it's over. I whisper her name in the lights, I pencil her name in the contracts. One little signature, then we own the night. We're gonna sell that spellbound smile, turn her power into style, put a face on every screen in sight. I take a cut for keeping score, she takes my name, then maybe more. We're heartless, harmless, okay, maybe just heartless. Gonna package her love for the world tonight. I'll save her from imaginary danger, perfect scene, rehearsed concern.
In fact, this
hold her close,
part of the fall solstice arc.
Cameras have their turn. I'll advise on every choice, wardrobe, mansion, wedding band. Slip the claws behind the claws while I'm kissing her.
Well, where they try to force Ida into the spotlight more.
I get headlines, she gets me. I get beachfront property. Is it so wrong if I adore her? Is it wrong to bill her twice? I give her a kingdom of worship. I itemize each sacrifice. Romance in the front, in the back. It's pride. We're gonna sell that spellbound smile, turn her fire into a
So, back on topic. Saturday evening, about 8 p.m., we had another attempt on President Trump's life. by an individual who was filled with rage and hate towards the president. We know that because of his manifesto slash death note, or I mean S note. I'm not going to use the proper term because they might cut it off, but
I'll just take backstage.
to have that much rage in your heart, and I can say this as someone who suffered from depression. Mine was, based off of situational incidents that I could not resolve immediately. And I still get angry when money's involved. Kind of being like screwed around with money. And it's just something you've got to sort of deal with when you have that kind of anger and find a way to release it. Lest you do stuff that is dangerous or deadly to you or others. Which was the case of Saturday. Because in his statement, he didn't want to hurt the hospital staff and the hospital security. But everyone else was still a target. But the main target was the president. And so, because of that, Secret Service, I mean, it didn't show well in the video, but they tackled his ass and threw him to the ground. They also shot at him, but I didn't hear of anything that got hit, because the dude, if you watch the video, he Naruto ran, which is based off the anime. I don't get why it's called the Naruto run, because it's been done in anime well before. Where you have your arms behind you and you dash quickly. It's a way to sort of resist the wind a bit, kind of like how a car moves when you run. Does it actually do anything? I highly doubt it. If it does, then all for it. But it's a good way to look stupid. Especially when you're doing something already stupid, like trying to assassinate a president. And so, I mean, the dude looked dumb doing the Naruto run. But he did get past Secret Service a little bit. But yeah. And a lot of people were going on about, oh, Vance got out of there real quick. And it's like, yeah, he's a younger man than Trump. Trump's in his 80s, I think. So he's not going to move as fast as a man younger than me. So, and I'm in my 40s. So, an old VTuber.
Oh no, you're a child. Freak.
Yeah, I literally had someone do that to me this week. And I was like, you're an idiot. So, but, I mean, the worst part was not actually his action, but morons online and people that are just trying to blame everything on something else or make something completely disbelievable with no evidence. This is all with no evidence that people do this, but people buy it.
And then they're like, oh, they got a point. They got a point because they said the thing, this.
It's like, you didn't actually figure anything out. I mean, simple searches online will tell you differently. Some people even nowadays are saying
It didn't even happen. It was fake.
it's like you had multiple sources of media, many people who did not like the president in the room. It was not faked. So, I mean, the people that say it's fake are just completely either dumb or evil. It's just the way it is.
And be like, oh, well, you're losing your temper to them. The hate's going in.
No, I don't hate them. I find them stupid. There's a difference between calling out stupidity and calling out hate. And, I mean, I will use another example of hate that goes on. And we kind of started to talk about this in this chapter, or while we started. I'm trans. I'm public about it. It's anything about that. I disagree with a lot of trans activists out there, and I don't make it my pure identity, but I do come forward in front about it because I'm like, hey, understand, this is me. There are a lot of people in the trans community that make assumptions of what's going on without anything going on. And it's infuriating. It really is infuriating because it's like, dude, you're just making the people hate you more. You literally are by throwing a fit about something that doesn't happen. That's not happening. You're a complete and total moron if you're believing that. Because nothing is happening.
People are like, oh, they're taking the rights away.
No. The one thing they've done, the only thing they've done, was said trans people can't transition as children, which is healthy, and they can't serve in the military. Which is true, because it's a medical issue. You can't have a medical issue and be in the military. That's a common issue with the military since its founding.
It's not a medical issue. It's me affirming myself.
No, it's still dealt with medical. Fools. You have to have medicine that you take regularly. Be it a shot that you get, monthly, be it patches like I take that you put on twice a week, once a week, whatever, or pills. And that's male to female. Female to male, you have to take steroids. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. You have to be on steroids. That is why you cannot serve in the military. That is also why they don't want to give it to children. Because the body is still growing. To sit around and be like, oh, well,
This is blocking my rights.
it's not a right. Your rights are listed in the Constitution. That is not a right. That is something you want, but it's not a right. And far too many people don't understand that with several things. They don't understand what is being done, and they just shoot off their mouth. And it's infuriating, because it'd be like, well, here's this situation where, you know, this criminal needs to be put in jail. And people are like, oh, well, what have they done? Well, they're a pedophile. And then you'll be like,
Oh, well, you know, they're a pedophile. But are they doing anything now?
it's like, it's still a crime, folks. Murder's still a crime. I know we don't persecute as much as we do, but it's still a crime. And when we deal with population that wants to get away with every crime that's committed, and just be like,
Oh, no, ignore the crime, ignore the crime. They were, you know, they didn't know what they were doing.
I'm sorry. There's a current case that hit Twitter this afternoon of a person who's been incarcerated 150 times slapping a woman. That woman would not be abused if he was in jail, where he should be. But because we have soft on crime people,
They're like, he could change.
he's on the camera beating a woman after 150 crimes. Because you don't want to deal with it in one point, you gotta deal with it in the next. Now, this person who committed the attempted assassination, he seemed like a relatively okay guy.
Guy.
A relatively okay person. Seemed. I have to say seemed. But behind the what picture he made us see of himself over the years, there was a darker side. And when you listen to what his family talks about, they're like, oh, he was like this for years. He was, you know, vitriolic, hate-filled, and he would, you know, go all out on this. And it was ignored. Just ignore it until it blows. And that's what we're dealing with these days. We're not confronting the issue when it's in front of us. We're letting it explode. And that's what hurts society right now. It really is. We have people who will not obey the laws and will go through with punishment, or I mean, not even punishment, will go through and commit crimes, being like,
Oh, I'm a victim.
you killed 50 people,
Oh, I'm a victim. I shouldn't serve any time.
and the judges let them out.
And then they're like, well, why did he kill again?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe you let him out when he's completely lying about not knowing the difference. That's not hate. That's concern for safety, folks. Our society needs to understand the difference between concern and hate. Concern for issues that continuously exist out there that cause people health issues, problems, or flat out endangers society need to be heard. We need to not be like, oh, well, you're being hatred, you're being racist, you're being... It's part of society requires that we don't kill people, don't rob from them, stuff like that. Don't do drugs to the point that you want to kill people. We allow that mess to continue. So we're just allowing ourselves to become victims. That's the problem. Where's it stuck? Getting there. Oh, I'm on the wrong freaking... Nope. Why are you doing this? Son of a bitch. So, we live in a society where we're... I hate to say it because, I mean, it's going to flag some stuff, but we're killing ourselves, essentially. The society is killing ourselves. And it's not... It's metaphoric for things to hear. And the way it's happening is we're basically allowing the world to destroy us by saying, oh, we need to be kinder to these people. Well, there's a certain point between kindness and ignorance. And we're well past the kindness to ignorance levels here. We're not helping people, we're destroying people. And it saddens me. It really does. As someone who's lived multiple years, multiple decades at this point, and watched the world slowly decay, I see this hatred just build in us that we want to take out our frustrations by blood. We want to kill. We want to, find ways to make others pain. And it's not even, me just being hyperboreal. There's a recent poll that was done between Republicans and Democrats that said when is it acceptable for violence, for physical violence towards people that you disagree with. And something like 60-70% of young Democrats, 18 to 30, I think is what they put that in. Maybe it's 39, 18 to 39. Let's say it's acceptable now. And you feed into that hatred. And that's what the media does. It really does just feed into that hatred to the point that people like the guy Saturday will just lose it and be like,
Well, if no one else is gonna take care of it, I'm gonna do it.
and it's like, seriously, folks, you gotta have a concept of what you're in control of and what you're not, and what to solve and how to solve it. And it's rational thinking that I honestly am questioning if it's going away in younger people. I really do. But it's not just younger people. It's older people too. It's people my parents' age. And it's like, I can see social media has rotted people. It's been, gosh, 20 years of social media, almost, and 30 years of internet for most people. And all it's done, yes, it's brought us closer. It's brought us, new imaginations, new businesses, new all that stuff. But it's also poisoned us. And that poison is killing us. And it's not, a physical poison. It's a mental poison. It's where we're kind of being like, oh, human life doesn't mean as much to me. And that kind of thinking is what's destroying us. It's really sad that it's come to that point. And so many people think that that's the way to live. And it's not. I mean, there are other issues. I mean, people are, struggling. And that's the case in a lot of people's lives. It's the case in my own life. But you need to learn how to deal with life when it's struggling. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I've been homeless twice in my life. In my adult life. And both cases, it's because I couldn't work or didn't have a job. Right now, I don't have a job, but it's mainly health issues in my case, where my situation is that I can't work, but so many hours, and most places won't hire me because of that limit. And it's like, okay, well then I'll just do some gig work, and I'll do some art, and I'll do streaming, and just pay the bills as much as I can until disability hits. It's not easy. It's not easy. I sit around and be like, how much can I afford this month to spend on food, on groceries? How much of it do I need for bills? How much can I work? And there are times with my health, I literally physically cannot work because I am in so much pain. And today's been one of them. I came home from going to the grocery store in about an hour. And within about an hour from there, I was asleep because I was in so much pain I had to take pain pills. And they knocked me out for 4 hours. And I woke up, and I'm like, okay, it's already late afternoon. I'm like, I need to get going and do something today. It's not on somebody else to do that for me. I can't be paid to sleep. And I don't want to be sleeping but I have to because of the medication I'm on. And that makes it a challenge to make any money, let alone. And it's a struggle. It's a struggle. And you've got to find a way to creatively deal with struggles. Alright, I can do open some of these character cards because they've appeared already. So I want Bridget. I'm going to do her picture next. Benefit is I made the cards literally for this chapter. Oh crap. Why is that? Get that off of there. Okay, that was an easy fix. That was just a coloration change. Alright. But when we deal with hate inside, we need to find a way to release it. And that's not in danger to you, not in danger to, somebody else, not in danger to anybody. There are a couple ways. Exercise is one that therapists have talked to me about, psychiatrists have talked about. And not everybody wants to exercise. I don't like to exercise. But sometimes it does help. Getting outside, getting some vitamin D generally helps. So that's one. If you can't do that, there are other ways. Healthy ways. I mean, some unhealthy, but they're not as risky, like, having a meal that helps de-stress you. Playing video games to de-stress. Having a beer occasionally. I mean, they're not a problem. It's when you go too far with them that they become a problem. And that's a situation with a lot of things in lives. And with a situation that we've been dealing with this past weekend, this was an individual that I'm going to make some guesses here based off of how they worked. They probably tried to bury their frustrations into work, into projects, into activism. And that's how they probably went. Work, projects, activism. And the activism, in his case, because he went to No King's protest, fed into his anger. It wasn't releasing his anger, it's feeding it in. And many people might be like, oh, well, you're against No Kings. It's like, no. It's the feeding in. The right does it too. Same problem, same situation. In this personal case, it was a No Kings protest. Multiple, it seems. And it fed into this guy's fears, this guy's anger, and frustrations to the point he snapped.
Did I scare you? I did not shoot.
And
You kind of squeak. That was
that's kind of the
pure
problem.
noise.
It's, I mean, I hate to use the word, but incel concept that a lot of people throw around. Oh, well, I'm an incel. I mean, I literally watched Aspen Gold video on an FBI case that occurred, I think, last year, but it premiered on one of the channels on YouTube last weekend, or this weekend. And Asmund covered it on before all this mess occurred with the assassination attempt. And in that case, it was a lot of hatred that this person was putting out on the internet. And it got him flagged by the FBI. And he was very much on the far right sense of things, where he's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna hate up on, you know, these people because they're terrorists. That's what this is literally what he said.
It's like, they're terrorists. And the FBI is nothing but a bunch of terrorists.
And he's a teenager, and he's doing all this, and he's doing it right in front of his family. He's like calling the FBI terrorist organization. And all this other stuff.
He's like, oh, it's freedom of speech, freedom of speech.
It's not freedom of speech. When you threaten lives, it's not freedom of speech. You lose that freedom of speech. You're threatening a life. And that's what this kid did. Now, he's got an ongoing case, so we don't know how that came about. You know, any results of it, it's still in court. But it's a good example of, you know, hey, watch what you say, watch what you do, and buying into the toxicity of one side or the other. It really is. And I've seen that on multiple sides. It's easy to see on people like Candace Owen. It's easy to see with other people that feed into this concept of righteousness. And the difference between righteousness and madness is moral. That's it. It's morality. It's true morality. And when you think the moral thing is to threaten the lives of others, you're not being righteous. You're being vindictive. And that was the case of this kid. He was being very vindictive and threatening the lives of other people online, to the point that the FBI showed up at his parents' door and basically said, look, we have to investigate the situation. You've been saying stuff online that is a threat to people's lives. And we cannot, as a law enforcement agency, allow that to continue. And to say that's a First Amendment issue, and I say this as similar thing is occurring today. Literally before I came on air, James Comey is facing repercussions of his 48, 86-48, which means eliminate, the president, 86-47, whatever. That was done last year, about this time. And he's now facing repercussions of that. He's being brought to trial because it is a threat. It is still a threat. And to play off the nature and be like,
oh, well, I didn't create it, I just found it that way.
This is what he was saying, is hyperbole. And Do I think the case will go through? No. No, I think Comey's probably going to succeed. It's going to be hard to get him on, but it's still a violation of the First Amendment that he did. He threatened a life with his actions, with his words. And that is still a crime. Now, do I think it's solely about this? No. It's basically that situation is more than likely the Al Capone moment for Comey. It's what we can get you in front of and persecute you for the crimes that you actually committed elsewhere. That's what they're probably doing. Do I think it's right or wrong? I don't know yet. I don't have the legal stuff in front of me, you know? But I do feel you shouldn't arrest people on the First Amendment. I do feel, while the joke was very poor taste that Jimmy Kimmel did the other night, he should not be fired. But the man knows what he's doing. I do feel ABC really should rethink his contract when it comes up. Because it's just causing issues. And it's the same with ABC and The View. That you have a viewpoint that's very toxic on the shows. And it shows through in the biased nature those shows are. So, I mean, there's stuff that really needs to be looked at. And, because it's feeding the hatred. It's building up that hatred. And we just keep feeding the monster. And it's both sides. Again, both sides do it. I called out Megyn Kelly on a stream previously, right after Charlie Kirk was killed. Because she was calling for the imprisonment of all trans people for no reason. And I was like, the woman's insane. You cannot do that. That is completely destroying the laws of this land. And I mean, you gotta be that mindset. You gotta understand, yes, we can get angry. Yes, we can get frustrated. Yes, we can get ugly with each other. But the moment you threaten stuff and people's lives, you're in the wrong, period. It doesn't matter if you're justified. You're in the wrong. In the past, you do that to somebody, they take you outside, make you walk 10 paces, and shoot you. That's how it was dealt. There's a reason they stopped dueling. There'd be a lot fewer people in this day and age if they allowed dueling. I'm not kidding. It literally would be. So, to deal with anger, to deal with frustration, find an outlet. I mean, a good outlet here is what we're doing right now. Draw. Write. Do something to clear your mind. Cook. Plant stuff. I mean, sew. so many creative ways to unleash it.
Like, oh, well, I'm not creative at all.
And I always call that out as a complete lie. Everybody can be creative. There's no reason you can't be creative. It's just you're not paying attention to what you can be creative in. And so that's the situation you're in. I mean, this song's very appropriate. Again, on the Witchin' soundtrack. Beyond the Veil. Basically, in the story of Witchin', you have two sides of this magical wall. One side has all the people that can use magic, and all the monsters, all the magical creatures, all behind that wall. And the other side has all the technology. And in 400 years, both sides have grown in tension and grown in anger to where very much the first year of Witchin' is about having to finally bring down that wall. And in this case, this is a very early song in the music collection where Ida is talking with her former self about crossing the veil and becoming that first witch to break the barrier of what's allowed and what's not allowed in the technology world. And in it, she basically sells her soul, and essentially. But it's not like the devil contract. In this case, it's to the Wansdales. She sells her name. And it goes in the concept of which is believe in the power of names, believe in the power of items. And so very much, in this case, the power of her name is in the power of a magic family that she's not a part of, but she's screwed herself and put herself in that situation where she is. And at the same time, she's dealing with the hatred around her. And I mean, this is a very Val song, where he's trying to woo.
Look at these cheekbones carved by destiny. This hair a hazardous spell of vanity. My family name buys anything on cue, but I train one tiny yacht for a magical plus one like you. I love me, so you can love me too. There's space on this velvet pedestal right beside my matching shoes. I love me, but I could make some room. You can have
See some areas I need to fix. So, and we've talked about the build, the burning, and the explosion of hate within. But we really haven't talked about how to deal with it when it occurs. So there's a difference to say, oh, hey, you can be creative. You can find, creative outlets to get out of the mindset. You can't do that in a critical moment. In a critical moment, you need to breathe. That's pretty much the only way to deal with it. There are other ways, but you need to sit down and do breathing exercises. So breathe in and breathe out. That kind of nature. It helps calm the serotonin and the endorphins that are running wild. And you do that a couple times, it will usually help calm down the situation. Another good solution, call for help. Be it a friend, be it a family member, be it the hotlines out there. Call for help. Find ways to not be self-destructive. Be it physically, independently, or destructive towards other people's lives. This young man that did this crime did not do any of those. I'm positive he didn't do any of those. He's very bright. He's done things. I mean, he was a freaking teacher. Had educations. Did a game, even though it's really stupid. If you actually seen the game, it's really dumb. It's a non-violent fighting game. Don't know how that's possible. But, he let himself get absorbed in the hatred around him. And like I said, it was the No Kings. It was the No Kings protest that fed that anger. And people are like,
Oh, you're saying activism's not good?
no, there's a time and place for activism. There's a time and place for violence. But if you live by it and you absorb it all the time, you're gonna destroy yourself. Be it destruction to yourself or destructions of others that you cause. And that kind of problem is a problem you need to not live with. You need to adapt in your life to get away from. And I mean, as I get to the last half hour here, I mean, it's really important that we push that concept. If you're in any way at that point with yourself or against others, seek help immediately. It's the only answer. Otherwise, you're going to do something that will have lifetime regrets. It will. And
Eyeball soup, it's quite the catch. Granny's recipes in every batch. Black cat pepper.
you'll either be causing pain to those that you care about, or causing pain to a lot of other people. It's what people don't understand about the whole Luigi Mandoni case, because they keep going to this as an example. Luigi Mandoni was an insane man. Still is. He's alive. So he still is an insane maniac. He thought it was self-righteous what he did. And a lot of people think what he did was self-righteous. It's not. It was flat out evil. And he committed a crime that was horrendous. He killed somebody. He took their life coldly and without care. And the more we bring ourselves to that point in the world, the more we have to fear. The more we fear of each other. I really don't like how the hand is. Yeah, and it's a country on self-destruction and not a person on self-destruction. And I'd say it's just the country, but it's the world. I mean, these last few months, we can see it's very much the world. You look at London, you have people ignoring rape gangs and saying, "Oh, no, that's not a problem. Americans don't know what they're talking about." And if you disagree with the government, we're going to lock you in jail. So you pay crimes for identifying what's going on and what's going wrong. It's absurd. And people are suffering because of it. And the only way to calm ourselves, the only way to bring peace into this world is for us to slowly breathe in, breathe out, and just calm our minds, calm our situation. What the heck happened? Why am I not on the screen? Okay. Don't know what happened there. There we go. Alright, we're back. So, yeah. We collectively, all sides, need to tone down the anger. Need to tone down the hate. When I was a child, you could have a disagreement. There's no problem with people having a disagreement. But we're at the point now where a disagreement is unacceptable from people. I mean, we're watching Adventure Time as part of the anime Anticlimax right now. And we always get to the lemon grab. And they're constantly going, so, I mean, it's... that runs in my head. But, I mean, lemon grabs are a perfect example of hate. They refuse to take responsibility for their own actions. Now, mind you, in Adventure Time, Princess Bubblegum's very much at fault for a lot of things, and she refuses to take responsibility for her actions at times. And so when she put the lemon grabs in charge of things, she basically left someone who is unwilling to take responsibility in charge of responsibility. And that can be a problem. That can absolutely be a huge problem. It's when you get violent towards others that it's a serious problem. And it happens in the show. That's not saying, oh, a leader, led people to die and war and all this other stuff. It's like, it happens. War is an unfortunate always thing. It's gonna happen. There's always gonna be violence because of war. There's no good way to have war. People will die. There's no stopping that. There's no, oh, well, we're gonna have a happy little war where we just tell each other no. That doesn't happen. People die in war. And we'll use the current conflict, the Iranian conflict. A lot of people are not happy about the conflict because, it's a war. But my entire life, Iran has been in charge with the Abdullahs, who basically force their citizens into alignment, or they severely punish them or kill them. For the first time in my life, somebody's doing something about that. And I'm glad. I'm glad. I want to see a dictatorship like Iran that is out there all my life declaring death to my country. Finally stopped. Give it back to the Persians. And anybody who's really studied history, the reason Iran has the name Iran is because they were part of the Nazi regime. And it's a version of Aryan. They were Persia all the way up until the 70s. Then they became Iran because they want the pure race. They still do. They're following very much Nazi concepts in Iran. And to not see that, to not see the power grab that we're doing with bombing. I don't mean, we're not, people think of bombs, they think of, oh, I dropped a bomb, or, I planted an explosive. This is a planning explosive that is set to go off if a ship gets in that area. Bombing the Suez Canal. Or not Suez, what is it? Strait of Hormuz. They lined up a bunch of mines throughout that area. And it's unacceptable because the world, a lot of places in the world, get their oil from there. And what's been feeding the dictatorship in Iran has been the oil supply. And with that changing, they're getting a little bit more volatile. And their public is starving. They're not getting water. They're not getting food. And they want the regime to fall. But it can't fall on its own. It needs help. That is the reasoning for the war. A large portion of people think it's we need their oil, and we don't, or we're taking their oil. We aren't. America doesn't need their oil. America doesn't use their oil. We're making more sales with this war of our oil. But it can't go on. And there needs to be peace and stability. And a lot of terrorist organizations are funded by Iran. So if you let literally that hatred and vitriol, and you become militant about it, which very much many organizations doing, and again going to the, assassination attempt, very much what No Kings does. They're being very militant about their actions. It brings danger. And people are like, oh, well, the other side's preventing it, You couldn't have a protest if it was a dictatorship, folks. It's really dumb for people thinking there's kings involved. It's nonsense. And it's that kind of hatred. It's actual hatred, folks. That kind of hatred that feeds in towards destruction. It's what caused Iran to become Iran. And it's happening here now in America. And America is dealing with it in Iran when they should be dealing with it locally. We should be putting a stop to the violence and the dangers that we're causing society. And I'm just really willing and ready to watch the day when people calm down. I want that day, but I fear the other, because I see the other. I see it in moments like what happened Saturday, where somebody was so lost in beliefs that they get fed in the wrong way by hate and vitriol, that it brings them to militancy. And instead of going safe routes, going, oh, I'll, get out the vote in a different way. Oh, I'll, I mean, I know activism starts that way. A lot of activism starts that way, where it's like, oh, we need to get the mind inventions. If you look at the protests of No Kings, there's a lot of protests that still go violent. And the fact that it's funded by China and George Soros, both outside sources, just goes to show you're being fed by sources that want to see the destruction. And it just is going to feed that hate. And that's what is going on. That's why we have incidents like Saturday. It's the hate that we feed. It's the hate that grows. It's the title of tonight's stream. The hate that grows. That being said, next week, I hope not to do another close to political moment. I'm sure there'll be moments that will have to get politically. I don't want to, but it'll happen. But yeah, if you see the stream afterwards, because I have no idea who's watching, let me know how you think of the setup. I don't have a gaming stream set this week. I think I might do one next week. And part of that is because I've been not well. I've been pretty sick this week. But I'm going to try and push through these streams from now on. I'm not going to take many streams off. I can't stop if an electric storm knocks us out. Or, makes it hard to stream. Or if something in my life has to take precedent. But in most sense, I'm going to try and do these streams a bit more frequently. And if you guys want, to cover a topic, some topic that I haven't covered, or something I have covered and you want me to cover it again, definitely let me know. Pretty much it's going to be working on Witchin' and Demon Blade. We're not going to be doing any art from now on that is separate to the stream, unless sponsors on patreon.com/demonblade want something, and it has to be YouTube friendly. It has to be stream friendly. We cannot air stuff that cannot be done on stream, because that's what we do here. Of course, we've got work coming out through multiple ways. It was voted upon by the audience to not release issues individual pages at a time. So we're doing issue to issue release. And right now I'm working to try and get chapter 8 of Witchin' out by the end of March, or May, by the end of May. And then I'm going to be working hard on Demon Blade 12 to try and get that out by early fall, maybe late summer, early fall. Depends on how quickly I can work on stuff. It's a lot of work in Demon Blade because Witchin is 24 pages per issue. Demon Blade is 20 or 38 issues per chapter. And Demon Blade is a lot more detailed and a lot more action heavy. This chapter of Witchin is going to be action heavy a little bit, but not much. It's 8 pages of action, and considering it's mostly comedy, there's not much action that's going to go on in Witchin. But yeah, I'm working on other things. I'm working on stories. I'm working on trying to get some art done for the music videos of, well, at least the Demon Blade music video right now. We haven't finalized the Witchin soundtrack. You're hearing a lot of finalized songs, and even some that haven't been finalized. A lot of that comes down to essentially just, it's a lot of work trying to go forward in that. I kind of want a really well done production on that, and I've not been happy with some of it. The music on the Demon Blade, and you'll hear the Demon Blade in here, mixed in with the Witchin soundtrack, is done. That one I'm fully satisfied with. But it's the visuals that I'm not happy with, and I have to do all the subtitling and all that other stuff, and it's like, So, trying to do all that by myself. And do 2 issues of comics, and do writing of a novel, because I'm writing a novel right now, and living my life, making money, trying to keep a roof over my head. It's a lot of work. So, there are going to be things that are delayed. I'm trying to do some unique items to drop to cut through the time. I did announce this week that Demon Blade Shortcuts, which is a short comic series where it's just joke comics featuring the cast, is coming back. I literally just finished one before the stream, and dropped it on Demon Blade, or on the Patreon. And other things are going on. I'm dealing with some internet stuff. DemonBlade.com might be down for a while, so I can get some new hosting done for it, and some other things. And it's the freaking 30th anniversary of my site, embryards.com. The official anniversary is in December, so I've got that to deal with. And in case people wonder, that's why it's called Embryards on the stream, because the website that's been active for 30 years started in 1996 as celebrating its anniversary. So, and we'll do some fun stuff as we get to it at the end of the year, as much as I can do. I mean, health does take priority on over things, but trying to manage it a little bit better. I'm doing a little bit better here and there, but it's like dietary stuff and a lot of other issues since it's guttural health issues. So so many ways I gotta draw these stupid glasses. But, I mean, as a writer, I put myself in these situations. Crowds are a problem as well. That's what held up Demon Blade's end of chapter 11, was the crowd scenes. That took a lot more time to do. Especially when I want reactions from many different characters in a scene. So it's like, gotta draw all those characters in. So it's like, okay, alright. Luckily, it'll minimize characters early on in that chapter, in the next chapter. But then we're gonna have a very character heavy with one-time issue characters. So characters you won't see again. Some you will, but a lot of characters, because it's a flashback chapter that's going to cover Yoku's past and also Mai's past in the same go. Because it's very much how Mai and Yoku originally met and how they came to where they came to. But it's primarily Yoku. I literally think the first page is going to be a bit shocking of that chapter because of how I've written Yoku's backstory.
Lori stands where shadows crawl. Heart in pieces, she holds them all.
But, I mean, it's...
The world's rejection
Yoku's very much the Magneto of the Demon Blade series. The occurring villain that has sometimes may have agreements with the main cast, but often is going to be a villain. Now I know current day Magneto is a hero, and it's been that way pretty much since I stopped reading X-Men way back in the day. But different people and different writers. That's all I can say on that. That's all I can really say on that. I mean, my feelings towards American comics these days is just bad. And it's because of those that are in charge of writing it these days and running the comic industry. That's why I'm indie. Need to be indie. Because I'm not Japanese and I'm not in Japan to make a manga. So I tell my own stories independently. That being said, we're on the last minutes. Definitely want to thank you all for joining in if you watched today. As always, go out there and be the best you that you can be, especially with the topic we just covered today. Be the best you can be you. That means, hey, if you can only get up and go to the bathroom and get yourself something to eat, and that's the best you can do, then that's the best you can do. But work hard to become more, to be better of yourself in life and in love. And as always, have a wonderful evening, a wonderful week, and a wonderful year. Good night, everybody.
You're back.